Pats emerge from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they?
Oh, looking for Ray, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Give to Cook out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down at 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's second and 10. Again, Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check 50, check. Mike's 50.
Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Shifts by him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
46 to Mike, 46.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tanner Muse with it. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated.
There he goes left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Mora, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Mara to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A very solid gain of 27.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Touchdown, Patriots.
Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now the Patriots are going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
46 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way. 46 to Mike. 46.
Jackson now. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Cousins. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you take.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor.
Runs over it.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Cousins. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
And Jackson throwing once more. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. On 2nd and very short, Cousins out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins on the move to his... Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Cousins to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Pats are right back in this football game. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Check back 46. Let's go. 46, boys. 46. 46 a month. Let's go. Yeah. 46.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. Incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Cowboys on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Cousins. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Man open left side is Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Cousins now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Patriots are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Sack, baby. Sack. 46 to Mike. 46. I'm trying to collect.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, Held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. Pick me up. Here we go.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.